how to pot the balls that really matter and develop your mental strength to cope with the pressure on not just the most straightforward shots, but on some of the tougher ones as well. This is Break From Life. Welcome back, and if it's your first time watching one of our videos, then it's fantastic to have you here. There are a number of reasons why things in your head may harm your chances in a game of snooker. Some examples of this are when missing a certain shot feels like failure. Being concerned about how missing a straightforward pot will make you look. Feeling like this is your moment to achieve something. Playing in front of people where for some reason it feels like you need to impress them, or are just players you don't want to look stupid in front of, when you've got so much right already and you're afraid it could go wrong. And probably many more involving expectations. It's just the situations you find yourself in and outside factors that are making the game harder for you. But do they? Does the fear of missing really make it harder to pot a ball? Well, obviously it does, but the more important question is, how does it affect you? Now, this may sound slightly crazy, but it's understanding this question that will allow you to compete at absolutely anything in any pressure environment. So how is pressure able to influence someone's ability to play snooker? It's mostly because it makes players less concerned about how they're going to play their next shot and more concerned about how that shot will feel. This results in players trying to rid themselves of the bad feeling that they associate with pressure. Failing to deal with this leads them to believe that they're mentally inferior. And this is only magnified as they're watching their form disappear. So what can you do about this? Well, imagine you're trying to sing something. Just as we explained earlier, doing something in front of an audience adds pressure, just as singing in front of an audience may sound daunting. What will help you a little bit is if you're a competent singer. What will help you a lot is if you know all the words to the song. Oh, hang on a second. Jeddah Forever is from Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. And it's exactly the same thing with snooker. The better snooker player you are, the more confident you're going to be playing the game. But understanding exactly what you got to do at every stage of shot preparation is like knowing the words to the song. The main reason pressure will make you miss a shot is because you'll forget to do something. For example, you may forget to even line the shot up. It's very easy when you're worried about everything going wrong to not pick a target on your object ball before you go to play the shot. And that's why having a step-by-step routine is vital for surviving in a pressure environment. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine, but it has to be something that works for you and you understand exactly what you're doing next. After I've lined the shot up, I always want to make sure I'm walking into the shot straight. This is also something you can get wrong very easily if you're concentrating hard on potting or position, and can result in you not having your cue on line for the shot or standing in the wrong place. How you stand on a shot, and in particular how you position this foot that's under your cue arm, is absolutely vital for the position of your body, which will either keep your cue on or off the line of the shot. I actually made a video explaining how to find exactly where to put your feet. It's in the video in the card right now. Give it a go if you want to know exactly where to stand on the shot. When I get down on the shot, I always want to check my aim, so I'm playing the cue ball to exactly the same place as how I lined it up when I was back from the shot. This is something else that's very easy to overlook when you've got a million other things that you're concerned about spinning around your head. It's also easy to forget your usual routine as you're queuing up to the ball in these situations. This can cause you to change your mind on the shot or even strike the cue ball before you're ready. You may still pot the ball if this happens, but you'll find you've frightened yourself out of playing the correct positional shot. Being anxious and failing to complete the shot is another common reason for missing a pot. And surprisingly, players usually have absolutely no idea that they've done this. Ideally, you want to stay completely still on the shot because just moving your head a tiny bit can affect how the shot looks and affect your aim. Also, regarding completing the shot, you want to make sure you know where your cue hand finishes after you struck the cue ball, so this is something you can keep repeating. So that's the shot done, but if you can, watch very closely where the cue ball strikes the object ball. This will just mean you subconsciously learn what went on with the shot and will result in you improving at the game faster in the future. It's important to remember that you don't miss because of pressure, but because you got one of these things or something similar wrong. Something I'm probably going to get wrong is Błęd anyways, from Warsaw, Poland. This is where practice is key, especially practicing getting your shot preparation right every single time. I've heard people explain this much before, but they haven't gone any further. And it's really easy to forget your technique like this. I was playing in a tournament a week or so ago when I couldn't really pot anything. And that's when I realised I wasn't getting steps 4 or 5 right. This meant I was getting down onto the shot without really checking my aim or using my usual pre-shot routine. And it's difficult to notice things like this because it didn't affect my game that much. It just literally took the edge off. And if you play enough snooker, you'll know if your form just dips a little bit, then the whole game can swing massively to your opponent. Importantly, once I realised that I wasn't really checking my aim and I was just striking the shot too quickly, I didn't change anything. I just made sure I got those two things right. And nothing miraculous happened when I did get it right. I just resumed playing the game to my normal ability. And in a frame or so, because I was getting my pre-shot routine right every time, I started playing well again. And I show you exactly how you can improve your pre-shot routine in our video Snooker Cue Action Tips. It's in the card right now and on the Break From Life channel page, along with a load of other videos to help you dominate at the game and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel, which is hopefully what Ben in Croydon, South London has done. I'm really not good at speaking to the camera like this. In fact, this is the 38th time I've tried to get this small clip right into the camera, and this is the 5th time I've tried to feelings or the people focus on the pressure they're under and try and not feeling pressure. They focusing on not feeling pressure, then you're probably not. Problem is, at the end of this, I've got to try and pot this yellow. And it's now Wednesday. I'm a little bit behind making this video, and if I actually miss the yellow, then it's very unlikely I'm going to get the video done by Saturday, because it's going to take me so long to say this entire thing right again. And the problem is, it feels like I'm going to miss it. But that doesn't matter, because I know I'm going to do everything right and pot it. You see, often when players are trying to deal with the mental side of their game, they're literally trying to remove pressure and negative thoughts from their brain. And you can't do this. You can't even replace them with positive thoughts. Those thoughts are still going to be there. When I played that yellow, I was under pressure, and nothing I could have done would have stopped me being under pressure on that shot. It felt like I was going to miss, and I didn't think I was going to be able to deliver my cue straight at all, feeling like that. But at the same time, I just concentrated on getting this right step by step. And because I did all that, I gave myself the best possible chance of potting the ball. And it meant I was able to play the shot right despite being under pressure, not because I got rid of it. And this is the key to everything. As I was explaining before, I've heard a lot of people explain how important having a good technique that you trust and understand is, especially when you get halfway through a shot and you simply forget what you're doing, which is, if you really think about it, exactly how pressure affects your game. As I started to develop these coping strategies over the last couple of years now, I realised something very surprising. They didn't really make me a better player. I still miss the simple pots I would usually miss because I was under pressure when I was completely calm, because I still failed to get my technique right even though there was no pressure there. And that's the problem. Pressure is a distraction. And if you try to make yourself calmer, get yourself into a different mindset, think more positively, even if you achieve these things, it's not going to help you play better snooker. Effectively,
it doesn't matter what you think.
So don't get distracted by your feelings and your thoughts. Instead, try as hard as you can to work out how you're going to aim on the shot and the exact technique you're going to use as you walk into the table. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel and visit the website. See you later.